Let's get the golf news then. Now, as you can appreciate, we are still in February, so not too many competitions to talk about. Although, having said that, obviously we've got half term coming up, so there should be a few more in the next few weeks or so. Stephen Gallagher Foundation up in Scotland, though, they had an event, Adult Junior Texas Scramble. It was at North Berwick on the children's course there on Sunday, February the 6th. 56 players took part in that competition, so very popular. Yeah, absolutely.
Not bad at all.
Now, on the adult side of things, there was a player who we mentioned in the last podcast called Josh Hill, who made the cut in the DP World Tour in the Abu Dhabi Championship. And guess what? The 17-year-old, he did it again. He made the cut in the Dubai Desert Classic.
There you go, look. There you go. Look
There's
at
his
that.
score there. 55th he finished. Scores 70, 74, 69. What a score that is on the third day. And then finished with a 78. If you just look at the top of the screen there, Andy Sullivan, obviously a former European Ryder Cup player. And below him, Henrik Stenson, former Open champion. So he was in and around some pretty good players as far as that was concerned. He also, by the way, played last week at the Saudi Arabia Championship as well. On the New Asian Tour. And guess how he got on, think, Ian? How do you think he got
on? Very well, I gather, Steve. Very, very well indeed.
Well, no, Mr. Cuts. But no.
That was a bit of a come down, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. No, to be fair, I mean, he played in three massive tour events as an amateur, as a 17-year-old. So really well done to him.
Yeah.
Now,
it's the experience alone, isn't it? It's the experience alone is just incredible.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, a friend of the podcast, a friend of yours as well, England girls team member Lottie Woad. She played last week in the Portuguese Ladies Amateur Championship, finished fourth. So well done to her.
Yeah, she's very well.
Portuguese Men's Amateur Championship that actually started today. There's a few juniors from England and I think some from Scotland and Ireland as well who are playing in that. Players like Ben Quick, people who will know from the Fowler Series, Ben Quick, George Ash, Jack Bigham amongst those playing.
Yeah.
So best of luck to those playing in that. I think that's today and then the next 2 days, a three-round event. I mentioned there the Fowler Series. Now, they've announced their schedule for the 2022 season. So UK events, they start over Easter. The first one is at Brocket Hall on April the 11th to the 13th. The following week up to Scotland, Fairmont St Andrews in Scotland. Then over the summer, they've got the Asprey, which is hosting the England Midlands event. Now, you might correct me on this, but I think that's the first time they've ever held a Fowler Series event. So that's going to be exciting, a new venue for players to play the Fowler Series. Dunstable Castle up in the north, which, as we well know, beautiful, lovely venue. Back to Brocket Hall again in the summer, then Rutland for the Welsh Championship and the Irish tournament. They're still sorting out the dates of that. You might have an exclusive for me on that. I don't know. But that will complete the summer of the events in the UK and over in Ireland.
Yeah, I have no exclusive, actually, unfortunately, Steve. Like I say, that the Fowler Series will be announcing it all officially very, very soon. Certainly the first 2 dates looking like they're going to be over Easter for the first two, which is going to be fantastic. It's going to be a great year again with Fowler. I mean, it always is.
Absolutely. And we also mentioned as well, the grand final will return to the Middle East. So the first week in November, Al Ain in Abu Dhabi is where the grand final will be. Now, staying overseas, next week will be the first ever competition overseas on the Robert Rock Junior Golf Tour. They're going to be playing the Spanish Open at La Manga Club. It's sponsored by European Tour golfer Pablo Larrazabal. They've also got some majors as well on the Robert Rock Junior Golf Tour this April. They are sponsored by Georgia Hall and Danny Willett. They take place at Royal Mid-Surrey and the Belfry. Competitions coming up in the next week in this country. The first schools golf event, we did a little bit of coverage with them in the last podcast. Their first event is at Hollingwell in Nottinghamshire on February the 21st. And there's actually a Junior Open that takes place at Lincoln on Sunday, February the 13th. So there are some golf competitions which are going to be taking place over the next few days or so. And just finally with the news, the Birmingham NEC, they are hosting Bunkered Live. That takes place on Friday, February the 18th to Sunday, February the 20th. It's 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Kids under 16 go free when accompanied by an adult, so that's really good. They've got their own junior zone there, but kids are welcome on all the features in the show. I think the slogan probably says it all. It makes for a great family day out if you all love golf, and we all love golf, don't we?
That's just been in Scotland, actually, hasn't it, Steve? Am I right thinking? Isn't that just literally taking place in Scotland as well?
I think they had one towards the end of last year in Scotland. They've also got another one coming up, I think, in Glasgow in March or April. But so they've got one in Birmingham in a couple of weeks, and then another one coming up in a few weeks after that as well. And also I want to mention as well, Progress Junior Golf, the website. Events are coming in and being booked. We mentioned the Fowler Series there have started sorting out their dates, so we're going to be putting those on the website as and when we get those. There's already a lot on there, kind of thing, but we'll be keeping you right up to date with that. So yeah.
Yeah, just on that as well, Steve. There's the website at the bottom of the screen, as you can see. There's also a link in the body of this broadcast. Just give it a click; it'll take you straight through to the Progress Junior Golf website. Do give it a click. You get all the information you need about junior golf. It's an encyclopedia, isn't it, Steve? Really.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, competitions, all sorts of different competitions: regional, national, junior golf tours, junior opens, Fowler Series. All sorts of levels as well, from 5-6 year olds right the way up to with the Fowler Series as well, under 21s as well. You see, so different golf competitions for different types of players and different standards, and boys and girls as well. So lots of competitions out there for people to play in.